Hello everyone and welcome to Yugimenz. Today we are finally profiling our Trap-TrickStar deck. I had replays up on YouTube because Forbidden Droplets was so expensive to get. I've sort of put off this profile until I actually got the cards, but now I've got them. This is a fun deck. It's the main strategy I went for here is just to try and burn the opponent for game. And I've got some nifty things I like to do, so I'll start off with the 2 Trickstar Corbian. I wouldn't play it a 3. I like 2. 2's pretty nice. It's just good to get a way to get Licorice on the field without using your normal summon. And I'll get to the normal summon after I show all the Trickstar monsters. So 3, Cantina, it's sort of your starter. Gets you your 1-all field spell or Licorice. And then 3 Licorice. The main card you're going to use to burn your opponent to death. So that's the Trickstar stuff. I'll set this away over here. And I'll go through some of the line of plays and some of the reasonings of why I play some of these cards. I'm playing Condemned Witch at 3. Because not only does it search Forbidden Droplet, you can also tag it out for Buyer Statue. Or you can tag it out and summon your Cantina from your deck. And then you can quick effect chain your Licorice, bounce a Cantina back to your hand. You've got a normal summon for next turn, and you've got the main thing that you're using to burn people with. Which is, I like it, it's fun. I mean, Buyer Statue isn't that good with the likes of Ecclesia, the Dear Servant packages, and all like sort of tier 2 decks and whatnot, but it can catch some decks out off guard, such as PK. Which only summon dark monsters. Of course you play 3 Duel Replays as well, just for the reincarnation. You can sort of hand loop them, which is pretty nice. Sort of, I would say I would sort of win you the game, but so we'll set these here. I don't really need them. 1 call by. I'll probably take this out for another card that I'm going to show you once I get into the traps, because it's more of a heavy trap build. 1 Trickstar Light Stage because it's at 1. It'd be nice if it came back, but I mean you can still work with the deck with what we currently have, so it's fine. Terraform to search it. And now we'll get into, I think this is the main start of the burn cards. No, actually, so we've got Chain Energy. This is pretty good. Every time your opponent plays a card or sets a card, they get burned for 500. Which is nice when you stack it up with this card, Dark Room of Nightmares. I don't know if this is I like it a 3. It's sort of nice because then your Licorice is doing 500 instead of 200. And it also stacks with the field spell, so the field spell will burn them, this will chain, the Licorice will burn them, this changes. So it's sort of, if you have Licorice and the field spell up, it's sort of like near 1000 damage. Then the 2 cards that were really expensive, and I sort of was waiting for the reprint, but now the reprint's out and it's a £70 card. It's still quite expensive, but it's more attainable. So it's Forbidden Droplets, which is sort of essential for you summon your statue, and if the statue actually does cripple their plays, they'll try and normal summon a monster to try and attack over your Buyer Statue, so you can just Droplets it, cut its attack in half, and it probably won't get over the statue. And then your next turn you go into, I don't know, Utopia or something and do them for 500. But instead of playing Droplets, you could play Forbidden Chalice. It's the same sort of thing. It's sort of, you could play that instead, only Forbidden Chalice pumps the monster by 800, but I mean, a searchable negate with Condemned Witch is pretty good. And if you don't want to spend the money on this, which I really didn't want to, you can just play Forbidden Chalice instead. You can sit there. This should be 3. I've only got 2 because my secrets are in my Outreach deck. So I had these 2 gold sitting, so this really should be 3. So there we go. 3 cards are there now. So 3 Pot of Extravagance. I like this over Prosperity because in a heavy trap deck, I think it's better to draw 2 cards rather than dig through 6 for 1. I think when you're going to be setting a load of cards, you sort of need that additional card. And then this is just some burn stuff I put in. I'm playing Blazing Mirror Force just for, if they do attack over the statue, you can just wipe their board. I mean, there's probably better burn cards out there. I sort of just went into Google and typed in best burn traps, and this is how I got these cards. I like Gravedigger's Trap Hole. It's good as well. It's sort of when you've got your Condemned Witch on the board and you've passed their turn, if they try to ice it when you're tagging it out for the Barrier statue or the Candina, you can just trigger the Trap Hole. It does 2000 damage as well, which is nice in a deck that you're trying to burn your opponent. I'm just going to set the burns down here actually, I'm not going to pick them up. We've got Secret Barrel. It's nice. It's sort of, it's probably one of the better burn cards that there was that I'd seen. And then of course, Trap Trick to search out any of these really. If there's any other burn traps that you'd recommend playing, I might actually try them out. And then of course the TrickStar Reincarnation, which is quite broken when you combine it with the likes of Drill and Lockbird or something like that. But I suppose I can show you a somewhat of a combo with just the Condemned Witch and Licorice in hand. Where are you, Licorice? So if you don't have your Candina but you have these two in hand, you can normal summon this, trigger this, get your Forbidden Droplet, then on your opponent's turn, tag this out for a Candina, and then trigger your Licorice to bounce this back to hand. And then of course you've got your normal summon for next turn, so you can get your engine live, you can get your light stage, and you can go from there. And of course you just do the good old fashioned search this, and then tag out for Barrier statue. Light isn't really that good of an attribute to sort of stop special summoning. The Wind statue is pretty good, but we can't summon that out with this deck. I'll take you into the side deck. I mean, this deck is, I'm going to include the replays in the comments. You can see how the deck does perform. I mean, I didn't think it would have done as well. I just sort of wanted to build a burn deck, so I went to Google and just went from there. So because I'm playing Extravagance, I'm just playing, I mean, we're probably not really going to use the extra deck that much, so I've got 2 Holy Angel. Its effect is pretty good, to be fair, but I mean, you're probably just going to banish it with Extravagance. Barricade Board Blocker. I mean, you can't summon it under the Barrier statue, so I'm probably going to cut it, but it's a good way to protect your field spell. Then I'm just playing rank 4s that you can sort of make, because you can summon the Barrier statue off the Condemned Witch. If you have the Candina in hand, you can normal summon it, do all TrickStar shenanigans, and then you can go into these cards. But I'd say the main focus is to try and get keep their Licorice on the field just to burn them. I've no idea what's going on with this Utopia. It's the new alternative art in Brothers of Legend. I mean, I can't make heads or tail. It looks more like an Orcus monster, really. I mean, it looks cool. I like the way it's sort of fading black around the sides. It's sort of nice. It's an Extreme monster, but I mean, it's just really there. It's for an option to go into. You can sort of maybe burn them down to, if you can get like 3k damage, you can go into this and maybe kill them. Then free Utopia Lightning. It's sort of good. It's sort of, whenever you attack, they can't trigger anything, which is pretty good. Comes up sometimes. So the battle just has to resolve and you can do the 5k to them. And then I have 3 and some other random cards. Because it's a light monster, I play Waken the Dragon in the side deck. The side deck isn't complete yet, but I'm sort of thinking about just throwing in Mystic Mine and Field Barrier, Protector, whatever it's called, and stuff like that. So I've got this just for Awaken the Dragon target if Barrier statue happens to be up and they pop the back row. And then if there's no Barrier statue, just the Last Warrior from another planet just to lock them out. But of course, I mean, you can impermanence it, effect feeler it, sort of, if they have the out, they have the out, but I mean, you could probably win games with just for this alone. So that is the deck profile. Be sure to check out the replays to see how I played the deck. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm a TrickStar expert by any means, but I found this deck perform quite well, and I really like Condemn Witch in it. It's just such a broken card. You can see its effect there. Pretty nice. So hope you enjoyed the video. Check out the replays. Like, comment and subscribe to the channel. Let us know down below what